Chairman. Last week, Ms. Spencer came to the board asserting that the RFP that we issued on Amedee Airfield contained a legal description that included the electrical substation parcel. And so we went back and reviewed that. Indeed, it does not include the Amedee Airfield parcel as was directed by the board. You asked me to substation. This is substation. So you asked me to research that. I did. I included the entire RFP with it.
Can you show me, Richard, just for the record, tell me what page that is, shows that it's not...
Well, there is no legal description in the RFP.
Okay.
If you look at page, yes, on page 4, we have a listing of the exhibits. An exhibit, if you recall, and it took me a while to dig back in my memory to recall, we had a big discussion at the time about the complication and the confusion of the exhibits, and so we decided to label them as Exhibit A to the RFP or Exhibit A to whatever document they referenced. So you'll see that there. Exhibit A to the RFP would be the property boundary map.
Not that on the next page.
Yeah.
And it says at the top that the electrical substation could be reserved by the town, as well as the 53 acres on the bottom.
Right. Any questions? I'm happy to respond.
Any questions? Okay, we'll go to the public. Is there any public comment? Hi, Ali.
On September 23rd, Kevin helped printed this on September 18th when it was posted on your website. And in these 72 pages, and my experience is that date stamping assures that no pages are missing. No pages are inserted. In the document you approved on September 23rd, I need these back, but you can, sure you can. Has 72 pages, date stamped. On December 8th, and this includes the Exhibit A as being the legal description. This includes the electrical substation. December 8th, just the day before your meeting, we printed the RFP again. This now has 67 pages, and they're date stamped. They're numbered. The pages are numbered. And again, to assure accuracy that the document is complete. The Exhibit A is included in this also. In the September 18th, it's included twice. Page 5 through 7, and then in the back of the RFP, it's included again. Now, this board approved a resolution, and in that resolution, the only mention of the property that's going to be retained is a reference to the airfield itself. And I can read that to you. I'm going to read the page number 2, but you're not interested in looking at any of your documents, and that's fine. In your resolution that you passed, it says The property to be transferred includes all that property situate in the county of Massa, state of California, described as identified in the attached legal exhibit A as contained in the title report prepared by the Chicago Title. That was the Planning Commission's resolution that was presented to you on 9/23. And the exhibit A is obviously the legal boundaries of the parcels that you're selling, and it does include the electrical substation. Sorry. So what I'm concerned about is the resolution you passed. This board passed on 9/23 in regards to releasing the RFP. There's one reference to the retention of property that you're going to retain. Whereas the Board of Supervisors has determined that it is in the interest of Blaston County to retain approximately 191.56 acres referred to as the Amedee Airstrip lease property, said these areas shown in the Exhibit A of the RFP as being reserved by the county. That's the only reference in your resolution to any retention of any property. Now, what happened with the one-stop is intended to happen again. You're selling everything. Now, you can put in graphs and call them Exhibit E boundaries, but that graph doesn't indicate the legal boundaries of the property you're selling. Exhibit A does. So after I brought this up to you, I then received this, 57 pages of the RFP. Now it's gone down quite a bit, and the only thing that's the same is your resolution saying the only thing you're retaining is the airstrip itself because of the lease. So 2 companies contacted county help, and I was told they contacted somebody here at the county also, and wanted to know exactly what you were selling. Because this is what happened with the Furlong. You talk your talk here, but then you put in stuff like this into the RFP that sells everything. And so it is of concern that you've confused 2 bidders on this property. And 2 extremely interested, from what they told me, interested in this, and a lot better land use than what the giveaway to Pazoom and Mr. Hayes and all of them. So I'm concerned that, well, I know this was intentional because you give direction to him on what to do. He doesn't make decisions on his own. You give direction to him. So in several meetings you said, especially at the end of September 23rd, Mr. Chapman said, well, the buck stops with Mr. Egan. And Mr. Egan took on that hat, and it doesn't really stop with you, because these documents have a lot of flaws in them. And if you don't understand, please take the time to read them, because they do say you're selling everything except the airstrip, which is leased. Another concern, after I got a copy of the bids, it's like a soap opera, you guys. In February of this year, you issued a first draft of your RFP for this property. Less than 22 days later, Mr. Pazulo bought the property contiguous to that property. And he bought the mineral rights also to the property. It goes from Amedee, from the road there, which divides the Humphrey property from the Amedee property that you're selling all of it. And then,
This isn't really on the agenda. We're talking about other parties, other properties, and other.
I just want to know how you,
This agenda item.
I want you to be honest
We need
and
to stick to this item.
I want you to be honest, Mr. Rossi, how are you connected to this South America company that does conflict diamonds, who is U.S. Mine? Are you connected financially, or have you been connected financially? It was defunct in 2001, and all of a sudden, these companies are brand new.
I'll give you one thing. It is like a soap opera. You're the main actress, so.
You know what? I wanted to say something during your crime fit. I, among other significant people, are going to see you later in January. So please leave your forwarding address so we can serve the papers.
Mr. Chairman, if you'd like, Mr. Anderson could go through the 64502 process with the planning commission, adopt it.
Okay, yeah,